And the winner of Oob versus Goku is...
Prepare yourself, dancing.
This video is sponsored by Surfshark. You ever written out a list to Santa Claus of all the stuff that you wanted for Christmas and gave it to your parents so your parents could put it in the mailbox and be sent off to the North Pole? Well, everyone has the same generic stuff on that list. Things like bicycles, Xboxes, PlayStations, and just an assortment of action figures and toys, and all those things are just fine. But the one thing that I always put on my list, being able to access a ton of different streaming services from different countries that have different movies, have things that I've never seen before, have things that aren't out in the US, and not be locked into a regional prison. That is what I've always wanted. I wanted the freedom to be able to see what I want when I want, and that is something that Santa Claus couldn't provide me, but Surfshark can. A VPN that unlocks the 15 largest Netflix country libraries, connecting you to their servers with a click of a button. Unlocking all this content on all your platforms, computers, phones, smart TVs, and more, while also securing your data with industry-leading measures by using uncrackable encryption with the most secure VPN protocols, so nobody catches you in 4K. Get Surfshark VPN with the link in the description below and the top comments, and enter the code BLACKSCAPE to achieve a limited time offer of 83% off and 4 extra months for free. Don't wait now to watch Dragon Ball on Netflix. Trust me, it is the superior streaming experience. I recommend it highly. What is up, Black Squad? We are continuing with Dragon Ball Multiverse's quarterfinals. In the last chapter, we got Goku versus Oob that came to a climactic finale where we don't really know who the winner is. So if you want to be up to date and caught up with the last chapter of Dragon Ball Multiverse, I'm gonna leave a link to that video in the description below in the top comment. Make sure you go ahead and check it out. Today we continue the quarterfinals and see exactly who won this match and who's next. Oob's final words is a laugh he lets out before he passes out as him and Goku fall to the stadium arena and slam with a baff. Both knocked out, both unconscious. This looks to be a double KO, just like in video games, but they will make their final call in 30 seconds. That way, if any of them decide to move, that person will be the winner. It hurts everywhere. I'm paralyzed. You won, Master. Oob, you deserve the win. In any case, I can't even lift a finger, as both Oob and Goku fade into unconsciousness. But no, giving up isn't our style, as both warriors struggle to get to their feet in order to be declared the winner or have the match continue. And as Goku raises himself and stands, Oob falls forward. Son Goku of Universe 18 is declared the winner. Great finale to this matchup. It just shows how powerful he's gotten compared to a Saiyan like Goku. Like, an Earthling coming up to this level isn't no easy feat. But Goku shows that years and years of a tempered Saiyan body shows that it can be far more resilient to all the impacts that Oob could dish out. On top of that, the Super Saiyan 3 transformation doesn't break the body down like Kaioken does. So Oob, if he wants to continue to go further than this, he needs to either get rid of the Kaioken double-edged swordness where it hurts your body, or come up with an entirely new transformation plan. May I suggest something like Dragon Ball Deliverance's Oob, where you use the Buu creature as your own. In Universe 18, year 784, when you'll be better trained, we'll have another duel, both of us. Okay. I'll admit it's my final objective. And that is exactly what Goku has achieved in Dragon Ball Multiverse. After both characters are healed, Oob apologizes to Goku because he doesn't believe that this is the duel that Goku wanted, and Goku says nonsense. From now on, we don't fight as master and disciple, we fight as equals. And Goku asks Piccolo to give Oob his own original training gi or battle gi, something that shows that he is not a disciple anymore. He is an equal to Goku, and Goku shakes his hand, showing how far Oob has come. A very tender and honestly a moment that I don't think we'll ever get to see in Dragon Ball Super, because I feel like Oob, I'm gonna be like 50 years old by the time Oob is an adult and actually in combat. Pan, not one to be forgotten, tells Goku, "Don't you forget, you still have one more disciple left, and our fight will be incredible." And that's something that even I 100% am excited to see. But the next match is about to begin, and the next match is Vegeta, from what I can tell, the Majin saga, against Cell. And this isn't a normal ordinary Cell. This is the Cell from the Majin Bra incident, the one that was taking out opponents left and right, and also something that was tough for even Majin Bra to handle. So this is stronger than even the Cell that we saw in Dragon Ball Z. And Goten and Trunks tell Vegeta, "It's okay that you hid sensu beans in your glove. Don't you worry. We won't say anything," even though Vegeta says that he did not, but he may have hid some sensu beans, and I don't think that's against the rules. "You're not very cautious, Vegeta. You're very weak as you are now. In the time you take to turn Super Saiyan, I could kill you. Try then." And Cell, before the fight actually even begins, decides to attack Vegeta, who ducks in that moment, spontaneously ducking his attack. It looks like he's in Super Saiyan 2, and uses his own version of the Destructo Disc to cut Cell into 3 separate equal pieces. Yes, it looks like Cell is definitely downplaying Vegeta's strength. I think he thinks this is a normal Super Saiyan Vegeta, but Super Saiyan 2 is still extremely powerful. And if this is the Majin arc Vegeta, then yeah, he's going to be something that is a serious threat to deal with. But Cell is not amused, because he thinks that this was just a easy trick, an easy ploy to get the win, or try to get the win early on, and he's just gonna come back even better than before. And by even better than before, I mean in each separate part, it looks like there might have been 4 of them, it all grows into separate versions of Cells. So now, instead of 1 Cell to deal with, we have 4 equally powerful Cells. And here goes Goku giving Vegeta some advice that Cell isn't Boo, so he only has the 1 core as opposed to Boo. 3 of these are fakes, 1 of them is real, as they all attack Vegeta at the exact same time. If the fakes move and attack like the original, they aren't really fakes. And Cell finds it amusing that Vegeta is dodging so much and just moving around the entire arena, until Cell finally catches him off guard and punches him right in the face. But this was also a trick, as Vegeta has lured in Cell really closely to give him that punch, so that way Vegeta could blast his face off. And with that, Vegeta has figured it out. These are not clones, shadow clones, or whatever. They're not some type of illusion. They are all basically Cell Juniors, but a little bit less strong than a Cell Junior, and far less durable. So Vegeta decides, let's take you guys out the way I almost took out that first Cell in Dragon Ball Z, and does a final flash, but this one spreads out into a wide arc in 3 separate blasts, as they all easily catch the final flash because it's not strong enough to destroy them. So Vegeta decides to take it up to the next level, and he powers up even more, pushing all the Cells back, overwhelming the Cells until one of them gets destroyed. And this way Vegeta's figuring out which of these Cells is the real one, because the other ones again are weaker and less durable. So if he levels off his technique and ability and scales it, he's able to destroy these Cells no problem, figuring out who the real one is 100%. But the 2 remaining Cells are pushing back even stronger. It looks like maybe Cell divvied up the ki and the durability evenly between these 2, and so Vegeta's plan isn't working. So Vegeta decides to jump up in the air and run away from the counter blast from each Cell. But as he does so, Cell begins to cut him off, trying to get him to get hit by one of these blasts. I'm not exactly sure how powerful these blasts are, but they are probably powerful enough to do some serious damage, because both Cell and Vegeta seem to think so, and they're trying to block him. And I'm assuming whichever Cell Jr. is the weaker one is going to try to grab him and commit Senpuku with Vegeta as the blast hits both of them. Vegeta dodges again, but this time it seems like the beams are coming from 2 separate directions, and Vegeta seems to be trapped as the explosion rings out through the entire stadium, and Cell looks mighty pleased with himself. But as the cloud begins to bellow out, 2 blasts fly out of it, and both of them hit home to each Cell, as one gets killed and the other one gets seriously damaged. What happened? Vegeta hitting the wall wasn't an accident. He created the explosion himself to hide in the smoke. He did it at the last moment to make it look like the fireballs created it. Vegeta never actually lost control of the fireballs. He directed them to the cells. Well, that was fun, but you're still much less powerful than me, Cell exclaims as he honestly has gotten hoodwinked and duped by Vegeta, who is, in this situation, the much better strategist. Cell begins to explode, pushing out an entire barrier all through the arena until it pushes Vegeta all the way back, and the power is enough to make essentially a cylinder, trapping them all inside the actual stadium. This is an attack that Vegeta could not have blocked, could not have evaded, could not have really stopped, and Cell exerted all that energy and all that strength, all that explosive energy all over the place. So Vegeta at this point is nowhere to be found. It looks like he may actually have disintegrated until they find out that he's actually right behind them. And that's when the story reiterates that there is no rule of them leaving the arena. So yeah, Vegeta could have just hopped right out into the stands and he would have been safe. Oh my god, check this out. So Goku goes, "But how did you?" And Vegeta goes, "What, you really think in that 30 years I didn't understand how your technique works? So Cell, I hope you didn't get too tired from this, because I'm not." The first part is really what I wanted to focus on. If Vegeta does not have to go to Yardrat to learn the instant transition technique, he just kind of copied it from Goku, which makes sense. Vegeta has been doing this, all Dragon Ball characters have been doing this for such a long time. They've been copying other people's techniques. The fact that Vegeta wouldn't think of copying one of the strongest and supportive abilities that Goku has and doing it himself a long time ago is honestly so dumb that yeah, it makes sense that he would already know what that technique is, honestly. And the fact that we spent a whole arc in the Moro arc, the entire like several chapters of him trying to train this and learn this ability, as well as other abilities that honestly like he could have learned from other characters that were on Earth, are a lot easier to get to. Yeah, this is honestly what makes Dragon Ball Multiverse better than Dragon Ball Super, because they think outside the box in a very realistic way, in my opinion. Vegeta strikes at Cell, who dodges as Cell retaliates, and Vegeta blocks, but he doesn't block the second punch, and this one finds home right in Vegeta's face. And with another kick for good measure, Vegeta goes flying into the stadium, and now he's in a crater of his own making, but Cell realizes that something is wrong. "Go to the next level. Son Goku did it, and a few other Saiyans did. Don't tell me you're the only one who can't," as King Vegeta smirks out of the arena. "That level is worthless. All your energy is drained within a minute." "So you have better? Hehe, wanna see it? Time for the final round then. Catch," as Vegeta throws a Senzu Bean towards Cell. And it looks like he has not learned anything from Goku's mistakes, as he wants to help Cell get his power back so that way Cell could actually be a major threat. I'm so tired of characters, Dragon Ball characters, giving their Senzu Beans away to villains. It's so played out. Hopefully Vegeta has something to combat this. Hopefully his next transformation is like God or something. That'd be a really interesting way to throw in God into Dragon Ball Multiverse, who right now doesn't have anything from Dragon Ball Super whatsoever. Cell catches the Senzu Bean and Vegeta comes in clutch, and his entire arm goes through Cell's heart. And it looks like Cell was saying, "I see Son Goku influenced you," but he drops the Senzu Bean as Vegeta slams right through him and impales him in Super Saiyan 3, using strategy, using the art of war to essentially trick Cell time and time again and have Cell put his guard down. This is something unprecedented. This is a Vegeta, a technically strategical Vegeta that we haven't seen in quite some time. I love it. This is awesome. He used the dupe that Cell already knew this. Cell already knew that Goku had done this before. We all thought that, man, I thought that, bro, we all thought that he was going to just take it and they were going to have some more fighting or something. No, he goes in clutch and he goes in for the W, trying to take out Cell while his guard is down, grabbing the Senzu Bean. "You're not very cautious, Cell. You're very weak as you are now. This transformation is indeed only good for a few seconds, but I can make them count. Gohan warned me about your core moving in your body and being more protected than other parts. By observing you and what you protect more with your movements, I was able to find out where your core is now. Goku did influence me, and Gohan too, and plenty of others. They made me stronger, but I am still Vegeta, the one who isn't afraid to use dirty tricks to win, as Vegeta destroys Cell's core, and Vegeta is the victor in a surprising move that leaves all the Cell Juniors, all of them shocked, and all the Cell Juniors tell Vegeta that this was unnecessary. They vow for revenge. Vegeta says, "It was necessary, he threatened my daughter." Goku is impressed, but hopes that Vegeta can do much better than that, and Vegeta says of course, and Piccolo is actually surprised because he didn't know that he actually had gotten Senzu beans from Korin's tower before the tournament, but Vegeta didn't. These are just some ordinary green beans from his kitchen, and that just shows why Vegeta is the fucking man. This chapter got Vegeta so well. It introduced so many different aspects to how strategic and tactical he is, what we already know about this character. This is almost a completely original version of Vegeta in my opinion. Like, this is a really great read, honestly, and as a Vegeta fan, this is exactly how it's done. And in that moment, Vegito finally returns, looking to get some grub before the next match. And that is where we leave off today, guys. I have the next chapter of Dragon Ball Multiverse coming up soon. Make sure you're here for that, and make sure to hit that subscribe button, notification bell, so you're ensure that you're here for that. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content.